Hey everybody, welcome back to WildCare's live streams. Oh my gosh, we've missed you so much. So we're not going to be doing them every day, but we are going to be doing as many as we can during a week. So keep an eye out and we'll try to warn you in advance if we're going to be doing one. We have a really cool live stream today. Melissa, of course, is our ambassador program manager here at WildCare. And she has some fascinating information about skulls for us today. Take it away, Melissa.
Okay, so I thought it'd be interesting to talk about skulls because if you, or maybe hiking, or you're at a museum, skulls can give us a lot of different information on perhaps the species, its senses, or maybe the type of food that it eats. So I thought we'd start with our largest right here, which is our bear skull, the American black bear.
Let's have you lift that up. There we go. That works. Yeah, cool.
Okay, so obviously a very, very large skull. Okay. And if we turn it around and you look down there in the nasal passage, you'll see what are called terminal bones. And there's a lot of those there, and that houses the olfactory membranes, which is the sense of smell. So the more of those bones there are, the terminal bones in the nose cavity, the greater sense of smell that the animal has.
Oh, isn't that interesting? Okay.
And then if we turn to the side there.
So does the bear have a lot?
Yes.
He does, okay.
I believe it's 100 times more sensitive than humans.
Okay.
So quite a very developed sense of smell. And if we look at the teeth here, we have what all mammals have, including us, which are incisors. Incisors are really short teeth, and what they're used for is grooming or maybe nipping at some really tender meat. And then you go to the canines, very, very large canines there.
Look at those teeth. Those are just amazing. So this again is a black bear.
This is a black bear.
Okay.
And the canines are used to pierce their prey and hold on to their prey. Okay? And once they've pierced and they hold on to that prey, they will tear at that meat with their molars here. So this will tell us, is this an omnivore or carnivore? And this happens actually to be an omnivore. Even though it's a very, very large animal, you'd think it would be mostly carnivore, but it's actually an omnivore.
Yeah, bears kind of eat a little bit of everything, don't they?
A little bit of everything.
Yeah.
A little bit of fruits, different type of plant materials. So that's mostly their diet. Their diet is actually consisted of just a little bit of maybe dead animals.
Okay, so they don't actively hunt that much?
No.
Yeah.
And then we go on to our bobcat.
Oh, interesting.
It is a carnivore. Right? So what the bobcat eats is rodents, rabbits, and lizards. They can eat lizards
One
as well.
quick question. Let's go back to the bear skull really quickly. Gregory's asking, are the two small holes at the bottom of the front jaw, of the lower jaw, normal?
Yes, actually, I'm really glad that you mentioned that because we'll talk about that when we go here. But these are actually called...
Thanks, Teresa. Just donated. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. These are called formina. And what they are, they're holes inside the skull. And these holes are meant for nerves and blood vessels.
Oh.
So that's what those holes are.
Cool. Excellent. Good question, Gregory.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And actually, if going to that segue, this is the largest, which is where your spinal cord comes in, or their spinal cord goes in.
Oh, of course it is.
Yeah, it's called the foramen magnum. Sorry, you'll have to excuse my pronunciation.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
Okay. But yeah, so that's the large where the spine goes.
Okay, sorry. So let's go back to our bobcat here.
Okay, so now that we're underneath the skull, let's take a look at the encasings of the ear. You see the structure right here? It's called the auditory bulle.
You want to tip it toward us so we can see that? And what are we looking at? Can you see it on the side?
Yeah, it's the inner ear.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So encases the inner ear. The larger that this structure is, the more acute sense of hearing that the animal has.
Okay.
So if you're looking at a skull, you're like, I don't know, where are they hunting, they're going to use a very good sense of hearing. Right?
Sure, and you can see when a cat is hunting, you see those ears go all kinds of different directions. Yep, absolutely, okay.
So, of course, for a bobcat, that'd be very, very important. And then, of course, the large eye socket.
Sure.
Right here, right? So the bobcat's going to use sense of eye and hearing. Smell's not going to be quite developed just like as much as the bear here. But you can definitely see the canines there.
Sure.
Incisors, molars.
Sorry. Yeah. Now, bobcats, of course, being cats, are carnivores. They're not omnivores, and you can tell that in the teeth. Show us what we're looking at here.
You're going to look at the large canines here. Large canines, and the large canines are going to tell you, and the teeth back through here too.
Yep.
These are a little bit more, molars that are a little bit more grindy.
Yeah,
And these are a little
absolutely.
bit more pointy.
Definitely. And for tearing and shredding and gnawing.
Meat, and you're going to tear. This one's going to, obviously if they're eating fruits or plants or anything, they're going to grind that up a little bit more.
Yep. Oh, so cool. So interesting. Okay.
And then we will talk about the opossum before we bring her out. So we'll talk about the opossum skull here. Okay.
Now, are these real skulls or are they models?
This one is real. The black bear is real. I believe this one is a replica, and
That one looks like a replica.
that one's a
Yeah.
replica as well.
Okay.
Now, opossums are omnivores, so they're eating plants, fruits, insects, also dead animals, and they have a very powerful bite. And the way that we can tell this on the skull is you see this crest right here. It's called the Sagittal Crest.
Oh, yeah, and that's kind of down the middle of the skull here.
Right, and
Yeah.
it's way more prominent than it is on the black bear there.
Sure, and the cat doesn't have any at all.
No. Right? And this is called the coronoid process, which is the back part of the jaw here. And what happens is a temporal muscle connects from here to here, right? And that gives the animal its very, very powerful bite.
Ah, so cool.
And in fact, they can actually open this up 90 degrees. That's how much they can open up that
Wow,
jaw right down.
opossums are so cool.
Opossums are awesome, as we say. They also do have a very good sense of smell. Now, we're going to actually bring out our opossum. So let me go ahead and remove some of
We have to wake her up, I heard.
Yes, we have to wake her up because she is nocturnal. So she is...
And I'm going to change my position. Sorry if I make everybody a little bit queasy as I shift my position here.
Now, you might have met her in previous Facebooks, but this is Luna. This is our Virginia opossum, which is
Oh, she's such a
waking up.
beauty. Oh, ho, ho.
She is about a year old. And the reason that she came into wild care was because she had part of her tail missing, which is very important for opossums. They use that tail to grip on to maybe branches, trees. They don't actually hang by it, but they do use it.
Right, Disney lied to us.
Disney lied to us about many of things. One of them is
But
that.
about opossums hanging by their tails,
Yeah,
yes.
yes, opossums hanging by their tails. But they do use it to grab maybe some sticks, branches, leaves to take back to their dens.
Right, so she was missing some of her tail.
Yes, and she had spent quite a lot of time with humans as well, which tells us that that's probably not going to be a good candidate to make it out in the wild.
Yeah, I think the person that had found her had kept her for a long time instead of bringing her directly to us. If she'd been brought directly to us, she might have been releasable, but she was, she had been tamed by that person. Oh,
She'll get used to it. She's like, oh, wait, let me get that. So what I've given her is herring. We have a varied diet for her. We have fish, mice. She eats a tiny little bird as well. And we have vegetables here, broccoli, watermelon, eggs, a little jicama.
I'm guessing she likes the meat better. She likes the fish better.
She loves fish. She is a fish eater. And
Yes.
they do have preferences.
They do, of
Our
course they
animals-
do.
Our animals have a definite preference on what they eat there.
Woo, smells like fishy opossum breath.
It does.
Luna, she's such a beauty.
She's yes, she's absolutely a great ambassador to the program. So she's a year old. They can live to be about 2, maybe 3 in the wild, and hopefully with us she'll maybe double or triple that lifespan. Would be wonderful.
Yeah.
What they're threatened in the wild, of course, is cars.
Yeah.
Habitat fragmentation. They get run over by cars a lot.
Yeah, they're not the fastest, and
No.
they're probably not the smartest.
No, and they have a horrible sense of eyesight.
They have terrible eyesight, but they have an incredible sense of smell, as
They
you
do.
said with the skull, and also great hearing. And opossums make fabulous neighbors because they are part of nature's cleanup crew, excuse me. And they spend all of their time roaming around your garden and eating the things that you don't want there, like, for instance, slugs and snails and cockroaches and ticks.
Yes.
Ticks are one of the main reasons we want opossums in our habitat, because they will groom the ticks off themselves. And according to a study done a few years ago, an opossum can eat as many as, 3,000 ticks in a year? So an opossum in your neighborhood or in your yard is actually doing you a tremendous favor and potentially saving you from tick-borne diseases like Lyme disease.
Yeah, and there's actually, I was reading there's 7 different types of diseases that ticks can carry, Lyme being the most notable one.
She's like, I'm going to have that one.
I'm going to get this one. She'll get a little bit more bold here. But she has a lot of whiskers. Okay. So if she doesn't have a really good sense of eyesight, she has to rely on her other senses. And for the opossum, that sense of smell and the whiskers. The whiskers work like our arms do if we're in a dark room. You know, we feel
Sure.
around, we do everything like that. Their whiskers are actually really, really sensitive. She has 23, and a rat has 30. I
Oh,
believe.
okay, interesting.
And the faster that these little whiskers are moving, the more information she's collecting about what's around her. And those whiskers go really deep into a root, into a nerve. So when they're twitching like that, the nerves at the very, very end of those whiskers are telling her what is around. She's also using her hearing as well.
Yeah.
Right? Because she's like, okay, well, what's going on here?
So when she chomps into her fish, you can tell that you can kind of see those strong jaw muscles in action.
Yeah. Let's see if she wants a little watermelon.
I'm kind of blocking my own light a little bit. Sorry, everyone. Oh, I love the use of the hand is so great. Oh.
I'm not very good with table manners.
No one ever taught opossums they need to eat with their mouths closed. Oh my goodness, all the juice coming down is wonderful. Oh my goodness.
We freeze the watermelon and we'll give it to them to keep them cool during the hot summer days. We do spray them down and try our best to try to keep these guys cool in the heat. And really, when you're taking care of animals, it's the heat that is troublesome, not so much the cold.
Oh, that's interesting.
We can heat up the animals really easy, but trying to cool them down is very hard.
Right.
She's like, oh, I'll get the other one.
Oh, there's that other piece.
And there
Oh
she
yeah,
goes.
oh yeah, we got that. We didn't even have to hold that one with our paw.
Uh-uh.
Nom 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 nom. Yes, that's exactly what she's saying.
Yeah, she's a good eater. I haven't met an opossum yet that's not a good eater. I'm giving her a little bit of egg there, a little bit of protein.
So they are omnivores. Let's look at her teeth on that skull. I'd be curious what's happening inside her little mouth there. Oh, okay. So looking kind of carnivorous, really.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
She can, bite through a lot of bones too.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to be very, very powerful, which goes into that temporal muscle right here.
Yeah.
When we were talking about the owl skull, last time we were talking about the zygomatic arch, which is the cheekbone. This is the zygomatic arch. So
Okay.
That's her cheekbone.
Oh, okay, interesting. So that's kind of what gives her face the width there.
Right, and if we turn it around, actually, we'll see again the holes in her skull,
Oh,
right?
can't see. Where are we here? There we go.
Right down there. Right through there. There's a one right there.
Oh, yeah. And what are we looking at there?
That is another hole in the skull where the nerves and the blood vessels go through. Tells us where, important structures are in the brain, in the skull.
So cool.
Mm-hmm. Right, you can tell that's going down towards the nose there.
Uh-huh.
Right? So it's going to have
maybe associated with the whiskers?
Right.
Sure.
Right. Good blood supply going through there. And then if you turn that over, you can also see where her spinal.
Her little spinal cord goes in right there, yeah.
And that's really different than the bobcat too. Kind of tells you where they sit as well. Because you'll notice on these two, the spinal cords are a little set a little differently on the skulls.
Well, and interestingly, the bobcat, I guess the bobcat's a bigger animal. You coming out, Luna? She says, yep.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, she's going for the egg. That's an interesting choice. Delicious. Oh, she's so healthy and pretty. What a beautiful
She grew
opossum.
fast. We've had her, I don't know, probably since she was about a few months old.
She was tiny.
She was tiny. You remember how tiny she
I
was?
do.
Look at her. She's just beautiful. She's just a very, very beautiful opossum.
Oh, isn't she wonderful? And of course, opossums are marsupials. I think
Yes.
everyone hopefully knows that watches our live stream. So she does have a pouch under there.
She does. And we are getting babies as well. So
Not from her, but we
Not
are
from
getting
her,
baby
but-
opossums
yeah,
for
so
sure.
keep an eye
Yeah.
out for those, if you guys might end up finding those around in your neighborhoods as
Yeah.
well. Usually, like I said, though, they're nocturnal, so usually they'll run around at night. You find them a lot near our garbage cans because our garbage cans have all that good stuff.
Yes, they do. And our garbage cans and compost piles also attract things like rats and mice and
Rats and mice.
insects, cockroaches, that sort of thing. And those are
Yes.
all things that animals like our opossum here love to eat. Let's see if I can get she's all looking at me. Let's see if we can get a look at that jaw in action. She's looking at the microphone going, what is that?
She's like, maybe that is a mouse.
Oh, it might be a mouse. No, it isn't, I promise. Yeah, but you can see that jaw in action. That's so interesting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
And her sensitive little whiskers, you can see those moving around.
And whiskers can be on the chin, above the eyes there, of course on the end. Yeah, she's like, you got the good stuff now, lady.
Yeah.
She's a little shy at first, it just takes her a while to come on out.
Sure.
And make sure this coast is clear because opossums are both predator and prey.
Sure.
So she's, again, gathering all the information from her whiskers, her sense of smell, her hearing, just seeing if it's okay to come out.
Let's compare the eyes on the skull of the opossum versus the eyes for the bobcat, the space, because you can see her eyes are not very big.
No, and so.
Right
there, so this is where her eyes are, right? And of course, you look at the bobcat, and you see that giant orbital or eye
space,
socket
yeah.
right there.
Oh, interesting. And the other thing, I'm getting my own light here. The other thing you can kind of see is the location of the eyes as well. The bobcat, of course, being a carnivore, a hunter. The eyes are more forward placed, and the opossum being both predator and prey, but an omnivore, she's got the eyes more on the side of her head, so she's able to see around her, but not necessarily have the binocular vision that, actually, I don't know if they do or not, that the bobcat has. But again, sight is not a big thing for these animals.
No, and it goes without. I always say when I'm giving lectures to children, eyes in the front, I must hunt. Got the bobcat. Eyes on the side, I must hide.
Oh, isn't that cool? That's a good mnemonic. I like that. And she's kind of somewhere in the middle. I hope I'm focusing on her properly here.
She's just absolutely lovely. She just has turned out to be so wonderful to work with. And I don't know if you can see though on the back there, she does have her foot out, which is kind of cool. I don't know if we can see the digit, which is thumb, the thumb on us.
Yeah, if you look underneath her, the two thumbs turn into the inside.
Yeah, and so
try not to make everyone dizzy here.
Used to grip on, climb up trees, fences in your yard.
They're so agile. They're just amazing animals.
And they have it's really rough on the bottom of those feet as well, because rough helps with traction to hold on.
Sure. Oh, Rob says, recently picked up a copy of the Skulls coffee book, Winchester Man. Great for side-by-side comparisons. Yeah, I bet. We might even have that book here somewhere.
Yeah. We have a lot of different types of bones that we could probably compare here. But yeah, the skulls are just amazing.
They are.
She's gotten so good.
She has. I don't know if you all remember the last time we had her on our program.
Yes.
Our live streams was maybe back in March.
Mm-hmm.
March or April, and she was a lot more shy. She has definitely...
She looked different, I think.
Oh, she did look totally different,
She
yeah.
looks different. Like every time that she's, every weekend, it seems like she changes just a little bit more. Her coat changes.
Growing
color,
up.
too.
Yeah. The coat is really beautiful. She's a beautiful.
Yeah, and she's got a very sweet temperament as well.
Yeah.
But again, that also probably goes with why she was raised by humans. It
Yeah.
tends to have them more habituated to humans.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, I love using the hand.
They're
Yeah,
just
exactly.
fascinating
And
to watch eat.
yeah. Yeah, and unfortunately having that person keep her for too long means that she wouldn't be able to survive in the wild even with her whole tail. So of course, anytime you find a young opossum or a young wild animal of any species, you absolutely want to bring that animal to a wildlife care center like Wild Care, and we will raise them to be wild and release them back into the wild and to lead their natural lives. It's very cool that we get to see Luna here, but it's also very sad that she's not able to be out in the wild, although again her tail being shortened, whatever happened to it would probably render her not able to survive anyway. So I assume most of our viewers are aware that our wildlife ambassadors, of course, are former wildlife hospital patients that have been shown to they wouldn't be able to survive in the wild for whatever reason, and so we have them here at Wild Care as educational animals, and that's what Luna's role is. Which is why we're able to do this with you and show her to you and talk about her. And
yeah, and we have also another ambassador and opossum on site, Betty, and she actually was born without eyes.
Yeah, that's the weirdest thing. Yeah,
and so there you go. So it's not really they need it, but not as necessarily as they need a sense of smell or
yeah,
touch or hearing. They're fun to watch.
Oh, they are. It's so funny. I could just watch her eat. Oh, I keep getting my own light. Sorry. I'll stay
I think
here.
the watermelon's the best one.
The watermelon was definitely the best one, yes.
Yeah, or maybe a banana. I should have given her a banana.
Oh, yeah, does that make her?
Yeah. It's like peanut butter stuck to the roof of your mouth.
Oh, sure.
Trying to eat it.
I love the holding on. That's so wonderful.
She's a really good eater. She has a very balanced diet.
She
She's
does.
Not too picky, so a little bit of vegetables, a little bit, of the protein there. We also give her cottage cheese, yogurt, insects. She loves insects.
Does she? Interesting. I just find it so interesting that she likes fish so much because we've had opossums that have not been interested in fish.
Yeah, they're, what am I giving her now is, I gave her herring, but she also gets night smelt as well.
Ah.
I haven't tried salmon with her yet, but I'm sure she would like that as well.
All right, she probably would. She's like salmon.
Salmon, she's like, which is great because, sometimes we have leftover smelt or herring from our pool bird feeds, and of course opossums are just great at cleaning them up.
They are indeed. Oh, we're going to lick our foot.
Now, the reason she's doing that is because she has food on them. And again, remember, she's not just a predator. She's prey.
Right, you don't want to leave a food-scented trail
Yes, to where your den is.
around the forest to where your den is. Exactly. Look at her grooming.
So
Isn't that beautiful?
off all that scent so she does not take it back to the den.
That makes perfect sense.
Yeah. And see, now you can see the toe,
Yeah.
or the thumb, sorry. But this is amazing. Look at her.
Yeah, she's very thorough about it. They're very fastidious animals. They, with that gray coat. Oh, time to go back to bed.
She's like, yeah, nap time now.
And you can see that shortened tail just a little bit.
Yep.
And I believe that is our cue. Melissa, thank you so much. This has been so fun. I think we're going to try to do another one on Friday. So everybody join us. Not sure what we'll have at that point. There's Luna all settled into her little carrier there. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. I hope everyone is staying healthy and well. I know things are changing in the world pretty quickly, so you may not be able to join us at 1 o'clock on a regular basis. But remember that we also post these on our website at discoverwildcare.org/virtual. discoverwildcare.org/virtual. And you can see this video and all of the ones that we've done over the past months all lined up there. So thanks, everybody. Thank you, Luna. Thank you, Melissa. So fun.